You guys, I am so behind on my filming and editing and uploading. So I've put off starting this video, but I'm just gonna give a little intro and then we'll see where it goes from there. But welcome back. My name is Abby, or Abigail Grace. Let me set you somewhere. Does that feel like a good spot for you? Sure. So, my name is Abby, or Abigail Grace, and today we are filming a continuing / finishing series I'm in the middle of video, and I filmed a little clip. I am about 100 pages into Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, and I haven't really read any since then, but this is one of the books that I'm continuing the series of. And then the other is Play Along, which is the 4th book in the Windy City series, and Rewind It Back, which is the 5th and final book in the series, came out yesterday. So I felt like it was the right time to finish / continue that series. And then I'm not sure what else I'm gonna read in this video, but I'm pretty much always reading a book on my Kindle and a physical book at the same time, and so thus I'm reading Daisy Hates, and then I started my Kindles over there, Play Along on my Kindle. So that is the current reading situation. I have been, like I said, so behind on editing and uploading. I need to just sit down. I have videos filmed, I just have to sit down and edit them, and it just has not been the top of my priority list because I've been reading other things instead of editing and uploading. So with that being said, I have to go into work, but I just wanted to start this video for y'all. But let me show you what I'm wearing. Let me get some better lighting, and that's a little better. But the top is from Madewell, so is this bandana. I haven't worn a bandana in like ages, but it was just calling to me today. Hat is Imogen and Willie. My shorts are Rag and Bone. I just got them, and they're a little like longer than I would normally go for, but I'm liking like the longer inseam in my shorts. Maybe that's just me growing up. And then I'm wearing my Bayas with the green that matches the hat. So that is where we're at. Hopefully I can finish some series. I have been reading so much on my Kindle, and I have so many books on my physical TBR that I just like haven't been picking up at all. So that's kind of also the point of this video, although I'm reading a book on my Kindle, is to get through my physical TBR. Maybe I'll film a video with that next month, because I just haven't been reaching for any of the books that I physically have in front of me, which is the point of having them. So I'm gonna go to work, but I will see you later with some updates about either Play Along or Daisy Hates.
You got to let it go. 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 I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready
Um, so I'm 60% through Play Along right now. And I'm gonna give you my little midway-ish update. So good. Like, I love this series. I've loved all the characters. And I love Isaiah. So if you didn't know, this is a like accidental marriage / marriage of convenience. They accidentally get married in Vegas, and she is a athletic trainer at the place where he plays. He's a baseball player, and she's a doctor, and basically because the lead team doctor is sexist, he has her as an athletic trainer instead of as a full doctor. And he was like, no messing around with any of the players when she first started. Like, that was a hard and fast rule, because she's the only woman in this whole like space. And so when they accidentally get married, they have to pretend that it was on purpose and that they are in love, because otherwise the team manager was going to fire her, and she's applying for another job in San Francisco right now. They're in Chicago. So in order to be there for long enough to get a good recommendation and then start at San Francisco, they decide to pretend to stay married for 6 months until she will then leave for San Francisco, and then they'll be like, oh, because of the distance, it didn't work out, and break up. Isaiah has been obsessed with Kennedy for years. They met 2 years ago, and he's been like flirting with her ever since, but she was engaged for the first like year-ish of them knowing each other, and then she finally broke off her engagement. There's a whole story there about her breaking off her engagement, but he is obsessed with her, but she just thinks it's like a funny joke, and he doesn't actually like care about her, but he actually really does. And I love it. It's so good. Like I said, I'm 60% in. I'm on chapter 22. I just had dinner. I had this dense bean salad that I like made some into a wrap, and then I just ate some by itself as well. It is almost 7 p.m. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go to Florida to see family. So I need to shower, pack, and I really want to finish Magnolia before I leave, so I don't have to bring the physical copy with me, and I can just leave that here and just bring my Kindle. So I'm going to take a pause on Play Along for now and shower and pack, and then I'm going to try and see how far I can get through Daisy tonight. I might not finish it. In that case, I'll bring it with me, but I'm 40% in, so it is quite a bit to read still. Probably like 250 pages, which maybe I can do. So, but it is almost 7 and I have things to do before that. But I'm gonna put my dinner stuff away. I have clothes in the laundry that I need to put away so I can like pack some of that stuff that's in the laundry, and then shower. So I'll see you once all that's done and I'm reading Magnolia again. Not Magnolia, Daisy, but Magnolia Parts Universe. I'm reading Daisy 2. So Bye for now. Okay, it is 10 p.m. and I'm gonna go to bed because I have to get up kind of early to go to the airport. I ended up getting about 60% through, so I didn't read as much as I wanted to. I read about 100 pages. So I do think I am going to bring this with me. I wasn't really planning on it, but I'll probably finish it on the plane, which feels kind of like a waste to bring the book, but that's okay. I really want to finish it. So I'm gonna bring it on the plane tomorrow. I'll also bring my Kindle. For play along, and I think that's it. So I will probably not bring this camera, and I'll just update on my phone about about this, and then I will read the third and final book for this video when I come back from Florida, because I have to read my book club book while I'm in Florida as well. So that's like next on the itinerary is book club book. And then I'll pick something up when I get back. Maybe a fantasy. I have Fearless that's been like staring me down. And I could finish that series. I've got the third like Light Lark book, but it's been so long since I've read the first two, I don't remember like what happens enough. I've got Wild and Wrangled. I think those are my series that I'm in the middle of. I think that might be it. So, oh, actually, the second book in the A Fate Inked in Blood, I think it's A Curse Carved in Bone, was a Book of the Month add-on last month, but I skipped last month, so hopefully, I'll get that for next month, but I don't think that'll come in time to get for this video. Sorry, I just had my brain stopped working. I was on Book of the Month, and I didn't realize that Silver Elite was one of the May books, and I skipped May without even picking that, and it was a special edition. I should have gotten it. Oh well, too late now, it's sold out. Did I even look? I guess I did because I skipped, but I think I just felt like I had too many books on my TBR to like justify getting another, which is true. My physical TBR is long at the moment. So that's that. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, we have made it to Florida. I am at my grandma's house, and I'm just chilling outside. I finished play along on the flight,
and I ended up giving it like 4 stars, maybe like 4.25. I haven't rated it yet on Goodreads because I was on a flight, but finished that. And as you saw like in the clip yesterday, I did shed a few tears, and I really liked Kennedy and Isaiah. Isaiah was like such a sweetheart, and I'm obsessed with him. So with that being said, book 1 done. I am laying out here, gonna read some of Daisy. I'm like 60% through, like I said last night. I'm hoping I can finish this afternoon, and then we'll start the next book for this video when I get back, because I didn't bring it with me. So I'll keep you updated on Daisy, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay. I finished Daisy Hates the Great Unknown yesterday night, and I did give it 5 stars. I love seeing like the events that happen in Magnolia, but from a different perspective, seeing Julian, Daisy, and Christian's POVs. It's just so interesting to like see both sides of the story. Like obviously in Magnolia 2 we see her dating Julian, and then in this one we see Julian's side of that, and it's just so interesting. Like I love Julian. He might be one of my favorite characters, and seeing his side of the relationship with Magnolia is so good. That might be light spoilers. I'll put a warning here, I guess, I'll be done talking about this at this time. But I love seeing their side of the relationship. The way the book ends with like, obviously we know how, maybe you don't, but we know how the second Magnolia ends, which is like tragic, but seeing the car crash from the other side is like so interesting, and I'm like obsessed with the like gang storyline. It's more of a storyline than Magnolia, which is mostly just about like the characters and like the drama, whereas there is like an additional storyline of the gang activity, which I really like in the Daisy books. So needless to say, it was 5 stars. I really liked it. I'm starting Dark Matter, which is not for this video. I'm reading that for my book club because I have book club on Tuesday, and I need to read this before then. So we're taking a pause on books for this video. I'm gonna read Dark Matter, but Daisy was 5 stars, and I can't wait to read the final Magnolia book, and that won't be included in this video, but I'm sure you'll see it somewhere else on the internet, me talking about it. But for now, so good. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read for the last book in this video, but for now, I'll see you when I'm back in Nashville. I'm sitting outside. It's a little hot, but I've had the fan on at my grandma's house. I'm just loving being outside and enjoying the weather, although it might storm. I heard some thunder a while ago, but anyway, I'll see you later. Hello. I'm back from Florida, and I am dog sitting this week, so that's where I currently am. I'm sitting on the back porch. I just heated up my dinner and I'm gonna start Fearless, which is the final book in the Powerless trilogy. It's quite thick, but I feel like I'll get through it kind of quickly. Because it's YA, and I'm excited to see what happens. So, I feel like I won't be able to say too much about it because it is a third in a series, so I'm not sure what I will be able to say without spoiling, but I can tell you I'm reading it and the weather is beautiful. And I went on a long walk with Dolly, which is the dog I'm dog sitting, this afternoon. So it's a good day. I'm gonna sit here and eat and start this book. Cheers.
I'm ready to let go, go. I'm ready to let go. You, I'm ready to let go, go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go, go. I'm ready to.
Hello. So my camera battery is like so close to death, so I'm filming on my phone, but I am halfway through Fearless and I'm liking it. It took me a minute, like I was just reading other things and really not interested in getting into it. It's Saturday now. I started this on Thursday, so I'm hoping to finish it this afternoon and then edit and upload this video for y'all. But Payden is going through some trials. So there's 3 trials and they're testing her on the 3 B's of the kingdom, which are bravery, benevolence, and brutality. And so she's already done the first 2 trials. The first one, she had to like go into the desert and like retrieve a lost crown. That was her bravery test. And then benevolence was she had to like go on a sea journey across the ocean to a neighboring like country and like broker peace for benevolence. And there was like a sea monster. It was really exciting. And now she's back and the 3rd trial is going to happen. But this book, we're getting a new POV that we haven't gotten before. So we have we have Kai and Payden's POV. We've had Kit's in the past, but this is just Kai and Payden and Edric, who was the former king, aka Kit and Kai's dad. And I feel like I can't say too much because it will spoil, but his POVs are revealing a lot, and like I'm so excited for like the reveal of all of these things that we're learning from his POV in the past, because he's dead. So this is like years previously when Kai and Kit were like 1 year old. And it's just revealing a lot about like their history that they don't know, but we now know, and I just can't wait for them all to figure it out. So, with that being said, I am gonna keep reading, like probably another few hours of reading, and I'll update you as I go. I went to 7 Brews this morning because there's one like further out in Murfreesboro, which is like 40 minutes from Nashville where I live. And I'm dog sitting out in Laverne, which is like a little over halfway between Nashville and Murfreesboro. So I was like, it's only like a 15-minute drive from here to Seven Brews. And I've seen a ton of TikToks about it. And so it's just like, I'm gonna go. I might go back into Murfreesboro or into one of like Laverne to try a new coffee shop in a new area after I finish this to edit. But I'm really forcing myself to buckle down and finish this right now. So that's my goal. I'll check in with you later.
You got to let it go.
Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this video on my camera, but the battery's low, so we'll see. But I just finished Fearless by Lauren Asher, which is the third and final book in the Powerless trilogy. My mind just blanked about what it was, but Powerless trilogy. And I said this in my review, but the first one was really good. I think I gave it 5 stars. The second one was disappointing. It was definitely like a bridge between book 1 and book 3. And then book 3 was definitely the longest of the ones and the most, it had a lot of content. And I understand why she wanted to end book 2 the way she did. Like, it's a cliffhanger, it's exciting. But I'm like, some of this could have been like incorporated into book 2 to give that more content, and this one was long. Like, it could have been shorter if we put some of that in another. I don't know. I'm not the publisher, I'm not the editor. I'm sure they did what they thought was best. But this one was really good. I gave it 4.25 stars, and I really liked the conclusion to Peyton's story. There was lots of reveals, lots of twists. There was things I guessed, things I didn't, which I like. Like, I was about halfway through, I told you, I was like, I kind of like know what's, you know, we know what's happening. We know reveals that they don't know yet, but there was even more that we didn't know. And so I like that. And it's, I think, specifically hard to do in a YA fantasy where I just feel like I'm reading the same thing a lot of the times. And I know that some of the critique with like the first book in this series is that it feels like just a mishmash of a bunch of different books together, like ripoffs. I do think that this one did what fantasy books don't always, YA fantasy books don't always accomplish, which is like having something that caught me off guard a little bit. So I appreciated that. I think Lauren did a great job with this one. And like I said, it was 4.25. So with that being said, that is the third and final book for this video. It took me like 2 weeks to film this because I was traveling and stuff, but I'm very excited for all of the books that I read, and I will see you guys somewhere else on the internet. Bye.